And then how about the Cardinals and the Seahawks? Kevin Cobb didn't get the start, but got the finish because of an injured John Skelton. Hits Andre Roberts.
That's why you got to stay ready in this game.
Yeah, you're going to have another quarterback controversy over there.
No controversy there.
Huh?
Cards take a 2016 lead. Now Russell Wilson, the third-round pick out of Wisconsin. Can you win it to Braylon Edwards? It is broken up. No dream finish for Russell Wilson.
Football team like that.
Dallas looking to improve to 2-0 out in the Emerald City, taking on the third-round pick. Russell Wilson, Tony Romo, welcome back to Seattle. Opening kickoff, Felix Jones. Earl Thomas recovers, led to a Seattle field goal. Next Cowboys possession, okay. Don't move it
like this.
We just got to punt.
I need him to get that number up.
Chris Jones.
We only show you this for one or two reasons.
That's what Marshall didn't want them 28-2. And here you go again. Now
He did some big player boo-boo.
Jerron Johnson recovers its 10-zip, and Jason Garrett not too happy with this. You can understand.
You know, people always talk about the 12th man, and it does. It just seems like Seattle moves faster in Seattle than they do anywhere else.
It's a tough place to play.
Tony Romo, not exactly error-free on this play.
Play for the other team last year.
Brandon Browner picks it off, returns it 35 yards. Only INT for the day. Romo wasn't bad, Michael.
No, it wasn't bad, but
it wasn't good.
It wasn't very good either.
Still 10-zip. Romo pretty good on this one. And Miles Austin, you like the move?
No, that's a good play. I like the play.
Yeah. And look at this. And Miles is good at that now.
Yeah.
Miles is good at getting his body around, double moves, turn around, and finding the ball in the air.
That was a great play.
Tied with the Hall of Famer, Roger Staubach, third most TD passes in Cowboys history.
That is Super Bowl.
Third quarter, Marshawn Lynch doesn't scamper, he skittles Marshall on this one.
Oh, my God. This guy runs so hard, and then he gets in the open field, and no one wants to tackle him. They want to let him They want to let him go and then jump on his back. You don't want to take him off.
Corners are not trying to come off a block.
He's such a downhill runner.
Strong.
What do you like most about Russell Wilson, Dion?
His name is Russell. Last name Wilson. I like the poise and the patience and the consistency that he's shown us, not only in the regular season but throughout all of preseason football.
And the game
this kid can play, man.
Yeah. Right, Brian, the game is
not too big for him. He seems like he's been there before.
That was 22 yards to Anthony McCoy. Wilson threw for 151, ran for 28 more, including this one.
His name is Russell.
Well, how about his name is Golden Tate? And he's
last name Wilson.
Playmaker, you ever throw any of these?
Like that. Who got hit like that?
Sean Lee. Michael, you threw.
His shoulder blades touched first.
See, that's what happened to defenders.
My mama would have came on the field then. You hit me like that.
Beast mode, big day. 26 carries, $122 in that score. Seahawks win it by 20, or if you ask Tony Romo, the Cowboys lose it by 20.
You heard Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, and Russell Wilson. Let's remind you how the highlight went down. Amber?
Yeah, the first half, Aaron Rodgers came into this game 2-0 against the Seahawks. In the first quarter on the Packers, opening possession, no score. Right tackle Brian Bulaga gets beat by Bruce Irvin. And this begins a very long night. That's the discount double check.
Yeah, and the Raji dance and a whole bunch of other things.
Well, the same score. Next Packers possession. Aaron Rodgers, he slipped on that one, but Brandon Bain fell on him. And you take another look, this little banana peel behind the line of scrimmage. That was the second sack of the game. 3 plays later, Brian Bulaga gets beat by who?
Bruce Irvin.
The
rookie. West Virginia. Listen, they moved up, or didn't move up, but they took this guy a lot higher than everyone thought that he should go, but he has proven his worth.
Yeah, long day for that guy. Second quarter now, still no score. Aaron Rodgers is sacked, this time by Chris Clemons for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, early in this game, Chris Clemons was on his pace to break Derek Thomas's record for sacks in the game at 7.5.
All right, Seahawks showing a little bit of offense here. Russell Wilson finds Golden Tate deep for 41 yards for the touchdown.
Don't put it on film, Tramon Williams. Don't point at your safety. We know he was supposed to be there. Don't point at him, though.
I love this right here. You get a little shift in the motion by Zach Miller. It brings down your safety, and this is what you get. This is where Darrell Bevel, the offensive coordinator, this touchdown, folks, was scored on Wednesday in a team meeting. The play design is flawless. Darren, what are you seeing here on the back end?
Yeah, you see back here, it's like a man zone technique. Charles Woodson has his eyes on this tight end. He is new to the position, so he does not read the shoulders of Russell Wilson. Looking outside here with a double move by Golden Tate on Tramon Williams. great job by Golden Tate selling this route. And like you said, Heath, this route was drawn up and scored on Wednesday. Not enough depth by Charles Woodson at the safety position so he could overlap. But Jamal Williams was beat on that play also.
Great job by the coaching staff.
And one more play we'll show you in the second half. I guess you could guess what was going to happen there. Chris Clemens sacks Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers was sacked 8 times in the first half. Clemens, 4th sack of the game.
Still think you don't need to run the ball, Aaron?
Third quarter was kind of different. At least the Packers came out and ran the ball. Here's Cedric Benson for 9. That got it across midfield to the 46. This is the opening possession of the third quarter. Then 6 plays later, Aaron Rodgers dancing, and then overthrowing Donald Driver. It leads to a Mason Crosby field goal, 29 yards. It's going to be a 7-3 game. Seahawks really couldn't do anything, as Pete Carroll said, at least offensively here after the break. Nick Perry, the rookie out of SC, pulls him down for 19. Seahawks have to punt. Now we got a little momentum going for Green Bay here. 7-3. 5 minutes left in the third. This is 3rd and 5. Rodgers on the move. Hadn't really heard from Jermichael Finley. There he is for 31.
You heard from him now. You're saying run, and then Aaron makes that strike down the field, just gets this team going when need be.
Now here's a 3rd and 3 incompletion a little later to Finley, same drive, but they're going to call PI on Richard Sherman. Rodgers didn't like it. Leads to a field goal, 7-6. Fourth quarter, now moving the other way. Rodgers, James Jones, 13, gets it to the 45. You can tell now Rodgers in a bit of a groove. 3 plays later, now 3rd and 2. Jermichael Finley incomplete, but we're going to get Cam Chancellor for DPI, Darren.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good call. You know, he got there at the same time as the ball, but you know what we're dealing with right here.
Gets it to the 39, first down, 6 plays later. Rodgers. Pumping. He throws a touchdown to Greg Jennings. At least we think. 11-yard touchdown. Hands went up. We thought it was a touchdown. Upon further review, however, look at the foot right there.
Look at that left foot. And this is, again, we all keep hearing about the speed of the game. It's too much for the refs. Would the real ones have gotten it? I don't know. But this is a call that should have been made. Luckily, they got it right.
Well, they got that one right. They reversed it. Now, Rodgers on 3rd down scrambles. Doesn't get the first down initially. That's the ruling. Mike McCarthy's going to throw his magic red hanky. They're going to challenge it, and they're going to rule, all right, he gets the first down. So they get that right upon review. Got it?
Thank you for instant replay.
Next play,
on some plays.
1st and goal. Cedric Benson, touchdown, 1-yard touchdown. Now the Packers would go for 2. Afterwards, Aaron Rodgers said he was given a K ball, the kicking ball, which is usually a slippy,
It's just totally different. Listen, the greasy balls that come out of the bag, they wipe those things down. They get them prepped to throw the ball. Kicking balls, they are slick. They're nowhere near ready to be passed down the field.
And Rodgers throws incomplete. They don't get the 2-point conversion. Russell Wilson here throws a pick to Jerron McMillan, but they call roughing the passer on Eric Walden.
I don't understand. How else are you going to tackle a guy that you're chasing?
He hit him low. The rule is you can't hit him low, but I agree. That's a tough one there. 4 plays later, Russell Wilson, Sidney Rice.
It's bad ball.
It's amazing to me that
defensive pass interference.
I understand the game is more catered to the offensive side of football, but right here, are you telling me this is defensive pass interference?
That could have been a face mask on Sidney Rice.
Sidney Rice. Pass interference called on the defense. So 1st down to the 25. 4 plays later, Marshawn Lynch on 4th down needs 2, gets 3, gets it to the 14. So beast mode is still going. We have a game here. After the 2-minute warning, this is 4th down. Coulda, woulda, giving them the lead cleanly. But Golden Tate cannot hang on. It looks like the Packers will win, Pete. But first play, Cedric Benson gets blown up in the backfield by Brandon Browner, but Jeff Saturday, lucky for the Packers, falls on it, saves Cedric Benson's behind. 2 plays later on 3rd down, they got nowhere to go. They just need room to punt, so John Kuhn gets a couple, and they're going to punt it with 57 seconds left. Russell Wilson made a couple of big-time throws. This is one of them.
Big-time.
Listen, this is what you need out of your quarterbacks. You saw the pass to Golden Tate a little high in the end zone. That was perfect.
Now that's 22 to Sidney Rice. 24 seconds left. Let's throw it up. Jump ball knocked away. Wanted Golden Tate. Sam Shields there. Clean play. Now, 8 seconds left. This is the game. All right? All right. Wilson will throw from the 40. Jump ball. What happens?
Goodness gracious. Here's the thing. Initially, I think we're all sitting here saying simultaneous catch. But when we start slowing this thing down backwards and forward, Sidney Rice did not have this ball. His left hand, his Golden Tate, my bad. His left hand might have hit the ball the same time as Jennings, but this right there, you see it.
Yeah, it looks like he has the ball. Jennings had the ball at the top of that jump.
There's MD Jennings, the DB, second year out of Arkansas State.
At the apex of that jump, Jennings has the football, comes down. Golden Tate has his hands on the football. But looking at this, you can see that Jennings has more control of the football.
Yep.
Now, does Golden Tate have his hands on the football? Yes, he does. But as far as who has control of the ball, is MD Jennings.
They reviewed it. Touchdown.
Seahawks and the Rams, Pete Carroll telling Mike Carey, I really would like some consistency in officiating like we had last week. Yeah, can I shake your hand? Anything? Yeah, not happening. First quarter, Seahawks opening drive, no score. Marshawn Lynch from 18 yards out into the end zone. Just get out of my way. Seahawks lead 7-0. Could be a Seahawks route, or will it be? Seahawks ball leading 7-3, 3rd and 8 from the Rams 49. Russell Wilson looking for Doug Baldwin. Instead, Trumaine Johnson comes away with a pick. Baldwin has it for a second. Johnson just comes away with it. So the Rams have the ball, looking to capitalize. Steven Jackson in for a 3-yard touchdown. I have him in fantasy. I'm excited. Steven Jackson. Oh, wait, there's a flag. It's okay. Oh, really? Robert Turner gets called for the holding call. Mike Carey, very authoritative on that call. But that's what Mike Carey does. He is authoritative. Touchdown is nullified. So 2 plays later, Greg Zuerlein lining up for a 20-yard field goal. Ball is snapped. But watch out. Watch out for the trickery. Johnny Hecker. A wide open Danny Amendola. It's a touchdown. Rock me, Amendola. Amendola. This was legal, right? This is okay, right? This happened, right? Okay, this is good. Okay, good. Yep. You got the snap. It's good. He caught it. We're good. Okay, everything is legal. All right, very good. All right, no foul on the play for legal substitution. The touchdown stands. Fourth quarter, Seahawks ball trailing 16-10. Russell Wilson dropping back to pass. Dropped for a 2-yard loss by William Hayes. Nice sack, Hayes. Don't ever do that again. Or do it again if you're a Rams fan. So the Rams get the ball back. Sam Bradford, Lance Kendricks for 26 yards. Rams will settle for a field goal, though. It's 19-13. 3 minutes left in regulation. Rams with the ball. They're on top, 19-13, 3rd and 1. Trying to run out the clock. Steven Jackson gets tackled by a flock of seagulls. Chill, a flock of Seahawks. Rams will be forced to punt. Minute 7 left to go. The Seahawks looking for some Russell Wilson magic. Wilson, Anthony McCoy, I see him. Oh, he fell down. Bradley Fletcher comes away with the pick. The Rams win at 19-13. Who was it that said the Rams defense was a sneaky good start in fantasy this week? Oh, yeah, this guy.
Panthers and Seahawks. Mooch on game day morning. Didn't you say 250 through the air, 100 on the ground? No
my
turnovers?
bold prediction. I thought he was really going to have his best day today.
Third quarter, a rousing 6-3 game.
A lot of field goals
Russell
today.
Wilson.
Russell. Last name
intended for
Wilson.
Anthony McCoy, but Captain Mutterland.
Prime, you prep graduate right there, baby.
Panthers have a 10-6 lead in kind of an ugly one.
Good job, Cap.
2
You didn't hold
possessions
it up,
later,
though.
D'Angelo Williams, he takes the pitch, and then you can have it.
He didn't.
Yeah, Brandon Browner.
Can't let a man take
The strip
your ball.
and the recovery.
One man cannot take your ball.
That's a pretty good play, though.
That's a great play.
Grabbed it out of there.
That's a great play.
So the ensuing drive, Russell Wilson, his only touchdown toss of the day. Look who it is. It's Golden Tate, who is simultaneously crossing the goal line while holding onto the ball.
All right.
I know. What's the statute of limitations?
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay. 13-10 at that point. Fourth quarter, Panthers down 6 in the red zone. Cam.
Get it in there, Cam. Get it in there, Cam.
He's going to. That is a great job by the Seahawks.
Pursuit. That's the way to get to the ball, guys.
3 plays later, 4th and goal on the Seahawks 1. What do? Do you let just Cam take it? 14 rushing touchdowns a year ago.
Just move him. Move him.
You look for Ben Hartsock.
Give it to him.
Hey, Cam? No, Cam.
Well, after the Seahawks are forced to punt and then concede a safety, it's now 4-point deficit for Cam and the crew deep in their own territory, and that's going to do it. Sacked by the rookie Bruce Irvin, caused the fumble. Pete Carroll's fired up. Just his 6th career road win with That's how Mooch used to do it back in the day. Patriots flew all the way across the country, Pacific Northwest. Welcome back Aaron Hernandez for the first time since week 2 with that high ankle sprain.
A lot of tattoo.
First quarter, Seahawks up 3-zip. Tom Brady threw it 58 times on the day to Wes Welker, 46 yards.
Hey, that man.
Fourth straight game with 100 yards through the air, 7-3 Patriots. Second quarter, we saw Hernandez.
Yeah, throw him the fade. He can out-jump anybody. 6'6".
The man with a lot of ink making his mark there. 14-10 New England.
Making it rain, Mooch. He's making it rain.
Third quarter.
He's doing right now.
We'll explain later. Tom Brady looking for Deion Branch.
My name Branch.
It's raining.
However, Richard Sherman, this defense is really good.
It's really good. Big physical secondary. I love these guys. Plus the 12th man makes it difficult to go no huddle.
First Brady pick in 179 attempts. Fourth quarter, Seahawks down by 13. Russell Wilson.
Last name.
Golden Tate. Oh, no. I always shudder when I see him catching a pass.
It's simultaneous. No, he's got it by himself.
51-yard gain to the Patriots 17. 4 plays later, 4th and 3. You got to go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Should.
To Braylon Edwards. And look at the adjustment.
Braylon Edwards sighting. Yes.
Defensive pass interference. Seahawks get the touch. It's 23-17.
Pass interference and he catches a touchdown on you.
Patriots
don't
ball.
Get pass interference. Make
Brady to Branch, the former Patriot turned Seahawk turned Patriot again. So New England's forced to punt after the incompletion. Seahawks ball. Under 2 to go. Wilson to Sidney Rice. How does he get behind the D?
Oh, boy.
That was a great. It was cover 2, one-on-one with the safety. I'll take that matchup any day. Wide receiver running a 4-3 against the safety.
But you're leaving time on the clock for Tom Brady, who looks for Brandon Lloyd. Look at the effort here. Outstretched. However, also out of bounds and an injured shoulder.
Chance.
So now 4th and 17. Brady. And a huge win for the Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll is look at that. We didn't beat Oregon State. We just beat the Patriots.
Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll renewing acquaintances on a gridiron. They go way back to the college days here in the Bay Area, of course, and down in Southern California. Russell Wilson, play action pass midway through the first quarter. Here is Marshawn Lynch, who makes a play, runs over Deshaun Golston, and this is basically the way things went in the first half.
Started out physical, ended up physical.
9 carries, 55 yards in the first half for Lynch. 3 plays later, Robert Turbin. Oh, he had Russell Wilson had him, and Turbin couldn't corral it.
Not a lot of attempts down the field like that. Boy, that's an opportunity that they missed.
Had to settle for a Stephen Hauschka field goal, 3-0 Seattle. Second quarter, it's 6-3 Seattle. Minute 15 left in the half. Alex Smith finds nobody. He goes down. Smith sacks 2 times in the half, just 59 yards passing. 6 straight quarters, no touchdowns for the Niners offense at 6-3 Seattle at the half. Third quarter, Russell Wilson. 11 minutes to go in the quarter. 3rd and short. Golden Tate dropped. A lot of dropsies tonight, Irv.
A lot of drops right here. You got to help a young quarterback by making those plays.
Ends in a punt. Frank Gore, Marshall Falk, the inconvenient truth was on point this evening.
Listen, you go 16 for 131 against a good defense like the Seattle Seahawks. You're having a good day, and he helped out Alex Smith in his offense today.
12 yards in the spinorama there. 4 plays later, 3rd and 9. Michael Crabtree moves the chain inside the red zone. 2 plays later, 2nd and 7 from the Seattle 12. Alex Smith, 10-play drive capped off by Delaney Walker, leaping for the pylon. He gets in. Touchdown. First touchdown for the 49ers since the 4th quarter 2 weeks ago. He runs just inside for the score. 10-6 49ers. And you just got the sense that even that was enough.
Yeah, it was hard for Seattle to move the football against the #1 ranked defense in the National Football League.
Deshaun Golston takes that hanger and picks off Russell Wilson. And the 49ers took it over from there into the 4th quarter when Frank Gore on 2nd and 12.
Boy.
Frank Gore on 2nd and 12 from the Seattle 45-yard line. Really busted this one open.
Now they're running the trap play here, and the linebackers get blocked on the 2nd level. And you got Earl Thomas making the tackle to save the day. And it seemed like the Niners wore these guys down in the 2nd half, Marshall.
3 plays later, Alex Smith throws a pick.
Yeah.
You got to throw that away. You got to throw this ball away right now.
Throw it away. Take the field goal.
Randy Moss was open for a long time along the back line. By the time he saw him, it was too late.
I think we have a visual to back up that point, Michael Irvin, and here it is. Irv?
Yeah, see it right there. And he loves to throw that hand up, right? But by the time Alex got to him, it was too late.
So instead of getting even 3 points to make it a one-touchdown game, here comes Russell Wilson down by 4 points. Eventually, the Niners did get a field goal to make it a touchdown game, trying to get some late evening magic here, similar to the late afternoon magic he had against the Patriots 4 days ago. Incomplete as it's broken up to Sidney Rice. 3rd and 12 now. Incomplete there, flag on the play, but it's a tipped ball because Patrick Willis tipped the ball. Any pass interference on the play could not be called. Flag gets picked up, and Pete Carroll's got to punt the ball back. Eventually, Russell Wilson with Frank Gore on the sideline in some sort of pain. Eventually, Russell Wilson gets the ball back because Alex Smith on 3rd and 8 is just trying to make sure Seattle would use its last timeout. Andy Lee, because punters are people too, and punters are weapons.
This is why this guy's a Pro Bowl punter. 65-yarder, he pinned him in the back.
Boomed it, pinned it right in their own end from the shadow of his own goal line. Here comes Aldon Smith lowering the boom on Russell Wilson.
That's a tough situation to stop Aldon Smith in that situation.
Less than 90 ticks to go now, less than a minute to go, 4th and 17. A fascinating sequence here, as it appears Ben Obamanu has enough for the line of gain, and it's ruled a completed catch right at the line of gain. However, a chop block in the end zone, which means...
Did you see the block?
A safety.
He pushed him in the hip.
It looked like a chop block.
He pushed him in the hip. That is not a chop block.
That's a bad call.
That is not a chop block.
Well, it was a moot point because Jim Harbaugh said, why don't you measure? Because if he's short of a first down, that means I got the ball turned over on down. So 2 points come off the board.
Which a lot of people are upset about that. I'm not calling no names.
2 possession games with 9 point spread.
And instead of it being a 9-point win for Jim Harbaugh, it's a 7-point win. 13-6 is your final score here in Candlestick Park.
Seahawks and the Lions. Who said Matthew Stafford was a bad start in fantasy this week? Not us. Okay, we kind of did. Russell Wilson leading all rookie quarterbacks with 4 wins this season, looking for number 5. Second quarter, Seahawks ball trailing 7-3. Here's Marshawn Lynch. And 77 yards later, he is into the end zone. Look at Marshawn Lynch run away from everybody. And those shoes, you can't stop but staring at those shoes he's got on. Seahawks on top now, 10-7. Lions ball trailing 17-7, 3rd and 11 on the Seahawks 46. Matthew Stafford avoids the rush, looks for Titus Young, who's got it for a 46-yard touchdown. Lions still trailing 17-14. Wow, Stafford's a fast runner. He got down there really fast. Third quarter now, Seahawks ball up 17-14. Russell Wilson looking for Sidney Rice. Instead, he finds Ricardo Silva, who unfortunately plays for the Lions. Silva picks it off, takes it back 26 yards. Lions ball on their own 44-yard line. So now the Lions looking to capitalize on this. 1st and 10, their own 44. Matthew Stafford looking for Calvin Johnson. No, it's not a touchdown, but anything that happens with Calvin Johnson is a positive for the Lions. 25 yards, his first catch of the day, and it's almost the 4th quarter. Where have you gone, Calvin Johnson? A nation. 4th quarter, 8 plays later, 3rd and goal, the Seahawks won. Matthew Stafford saying, let me do it myself. Rolls out, doesn't see anybody, and goes in for the touchdown, the 1-yard scamper. Lions take the lead, 21-17. So the Seahawks trying to answer. They get the ball back down 21-17. 4th and 2 on the Lions 32. This is big. Russell Wilson looking for Golden Tate. Oh, that Notre Dame undefeated magic continues. Wilson keeps the drive alive. 2 plays later, 1st and 10 on the Lions 16-yard line. Russell Wilson looking for Zach Miller. And this is going to be a 16-yard touchdown pass. Great pass by the rookie. Dropping the pickle barrel right there. Seahawks take the lead, 24-21. Now it's the Lions' turn. Does Matthew Stafford have one more score in him? 1st and 10 their own, 25.5 left to go. Calvin Johnson, complete for 15 yards. See, when mere mortals cover Calvin Johnson, or teams decide, we'll just cover him with one guy, yeah, Calvin's going to do pretty well. 11 plays later, 2nd and 10 in the Seahawks 12. Matthew Stafford looking for Calvin Johnson. Oh, and he drops a short touchdown. Boy, this Madden cursing is really serious. Calvin Johnson is no longer underperforming now. He's flat out dropping touchdowns. This is Megatron. It's in his hands. Oh, star screen, you have failed me again. Matthew Stafford can't believe it. Instead, Stafford finds Joyke Bell for 11 yards down to the 1-yard line. 3 plays later, it's 3rd and goal. You think this could be Matthew Stafford again? He's their best running back after all. Instead, no, it's Titus Young for the 1-yard touchdown. Lions take the lead 28-24. Stafford goes for 352 and 3 scores. Last chance for the Seahawks, down 28-24. Wilson, pass complete to Charlie Martin. Laterals it to Golden Tate. Golden Tate, luck of the Irish. No, the ball is fumbled. Ricardo Silva catches it. Lions win 28-24. Wilson! I'm sorry! Wilson!
Pretty good running back, 2 of them on display in the Pacific Northwest. Adrian Peterson came in as the league's leading rusher. Marshawn Lynch right behind him. But nobody going to get AP on this.
First series, here we go. Fresh legs. Look at that.
You know what?
Back off that knee surgery. This is remarkable.
I guess I lied. Brandon Browner does get him with the 1.
Both of them are done.
Peterson ran for 182 and a couple of scores. Second quarter, tied at 14. Percy Harvin. End around, and watch out, because the Sherman tank's going to club.
Hey, now that hurt.
Drive.
What are they saying?
Drive would result in a Blair Walsh field goal and a Vikings 17-14 lead. That secondary can hit.
Yeah, they can. Look at Percy like, man, let me get back in the game, man. What's wrong with you? Taking me out the game in a situation like that.
Next Seattle possession. Look at this. Golden Tate simultaneously crossing the goal line and getting hit and losing the ball. That is an 11-yard touchdown. Russell Wilson would finish today with 173 yards passing and 3 scores. Third quarter, Vikings down 10. Blair Walsh, the rookie, from 55 yards out. Wow, but Pete Carroll's got a problem. Hey!
What, Pete?
He wanted to say he threw the flag.
As you can see, zeros before.
He's right. He's absolutely right.
The snap. But that's unreviewable, so the field goal's good, and the Vikings are down 7. Fourth quarter, beast mode. Out of the backfield.
Nice
23-yard gain on this. He also ran for 124. And in a field goal, and a Seahawks 10-point win. They're unbeaten at home, by the way. Jets coming off a bye, and Mark Sanchez reunited with his college coach. Here we go.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
No, he's got one in Russell Wilson, who is perfect at home and has the best quarterback rating at home.
His name is Russell.
How about Golden Tate, Michael, on that one?
Just an incredible job at what this is what he knows how to do. Go up and take the ball and make plays when you didn't think there was a play there to be made. Great job, Golden Tate.
All right, a few possessions later, Wilson makes a play, but it's for the Jets.
Oh, Wilson.
Muhammad Wilkerson, the former first-round pick out of Temple.
You got to know when to say when.
Big man dream.
That's the only Jets touchdown on the day. Oh, and he finishes.
Big fella right there.
Wait, that's like a power
yeah.
Big man's dream.
Now they hit the backboard so hard.
All right, second quarter, Mark Sanchez has the Jets in scoring position. So, Dion, he didn't do much wrong on this third goal, did he?
First of all, you cannot throw the ball this late and expect it not to be picked. He's lucky it wasn't a house call.
Richard Sherman with the INT on that one. Sanchez
Rex.
finished 9 for 22. Oh.
Like Bart's like, man, keep your head up.
Fourth quarter, Sanchez again. Listen, he doesn't have a whole lot of weapons out there, and he also doesn't have any help from the offense. Here he's stripped by Sherman. Jason Jones recovers.
You don't even have a paint gun.
And Pete Carroll is like, well, it wasn't that ugly when I was coaching you at USC. It ain't pretty.
He dialed it up for him.
By the way, Golden Tate became the first wide receiver to catch and to throw a touchdown since Mark Clayton of the Ravens in 08. That's to Sidney Rice.
He can catch. He make Phillip Rivers look conventional.
So the Jets fall to 3-6, their worst start since 07. And guess what? After the game, Rex Ryan had to answer questions about Pete Carroll's college quarterback.
It's that time of the day. First highlight of the afternoon.
We've been waiting
long trip.
time for this.
Long trip for Russell Wilson and the Seahawks down to Miami.
The longest
second quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you go any
longest
further?
possible.
I guess you go from Bangor, Maine to San Diego, maybe.
But nobody would.
Yeah, you're right.
Reggie Bush is getting quite a few highlights this year.
If they give him the football, he can do this. Every week. Just give him the football.
21-yard touch. 7-0.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson had a big day looking for Golden Tate. Got him. Nice catch.
Wow.
Excellent catch.
That's pretty solid right there. The Seahawks just don't travel well. What a great catch that is. Good concentration. He's not a hands catcher either. He's a body catcher.
Yes.
Russell Wilson, 21 out of 27.
Make a play, Russ.
Couple of touchdowns. Here's a play. Rolling out to his left. A little patience and some touchdown.
The thing that I like that he does when he scrambles, he always keeps his head up looking down the football field, but he also throws accurate passing. He doesn't get too flustered and say, and makes an inaccurate throw. He always is accurate when he throws the ball on the run.
Maker. He's one of these guys who scrambles to throw first, but when he has to run, he can run well like right here. Picking up 20 yards.
And his decision-making when he comes to these situations is always the proper one.
Led to a touchdown pass to Michael Robinson. Seattle on top. And then this happened.
Slip and slide, wet and slide. Hey, isn't that warm?
That's part of the new ownership. That's what they do now. In the middle of the game, everyone's allowed to come onto the field and run like a slip and slide.
Wasn't there a commercial when they do that to kind of change the outcome of the game?
Yeah.
That was like a Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, we can't say that. They don't sponsor us.
Yes. Fourth quarter, 14-7.
Just hit your Papa John's, will you, buddy?
It was
Rookie on
rookie
commercial.
Yeah. There's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, you
when
don't
a
do
veteran does it and it works, it's a nice play, but that's just an interception by Bobby Wagner.
Well, he didn't make many of these mistakes.
He got bailed out right there, too, by that.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, that's going to cost you 15.
Yeah, roughing the passer on Earl Thomas. It comes back, and Daniel Thomas right back up the middle. 3-yard touch. Dolphins tied the game at 14.
What would you say if I told you guys that the Dolphins ran it for 189 yards against the Seahawks front seven today?
That lets you know their legs were weary.
What would you say if I said they shouldn't have kicked it to Leon Washington?
I would say you are correct, sir. And I also would say you're showing me special teams plays because something dynamic happened.
Always.
Like a 98-yard return for Leon Washington. Seahawks back on top, 21-14. Dolphins with it now. Tannehill, play action, and a wide-open Charles Clay.
Wide open.
Well, yeah, I would say the play action worked, huh?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Seahawks don't travel well.
And Ryan Tannehill playing well. 132 left. Devon Best, 19-yard gain.
Devon Best is, I believe, one of the most underrated slot receivers in the league.
Keep it going, Tom. More Devon Best.
Give it to him.
Well, he works the middle. I'm telling you, he works the middle of the field very well.
I had a chance to play against him, and he was probably one of the quickest receivers that I've ever faced.
His 25-yard reception sets up Dan Carpenter 43 yards out. That's how the Dolphins win by 3.
And Ryan Tannehill orchestrated that drive from deep inside his own territory. And again, as I said, the Seahawks just don't travel well. They are undefeated at home this year, 5-0. They are now 1-5 on the road. And it was a Dolphins team that was reeling, guys.
Yeah, they were. And they left early, too.
Hey, Pete Carroll and the Seahawks, they've won 6 road games in his 2.5 years. 2 have been in the Windy City against Jay Cutler's Chicago Bears. This was a good one. First possession of the game, Cutler to his old college teammate Earl Bennett. And Michael Irvin, you ever make this sort of play? Watch this.
I made a whole bunch of plays. No, I haven't gone up and over like that, though.
My question is, where was Earl the rest of the game? He only had one catch. He got to make more plays for them.
Third quarter, Bears down by 3. Matt Forte, Dion, that's somebody we don't call his number enough.
Well, that's the poor man Marshall Faulk. You split him out wide, you one-on-one with a linebacker. You got to take that matchup every time.
Originally, do that more. Mike Tice, you hear me? Do that more. That man's unstoppable.
Originally ruled down by contact. Lovey threw the challenge flag and then got the touchdown. Fourth quarter, just over a minute to go. Seahawks down by 4 on 4th and 3. Russell Wilson moving the chains to Zach Miller. And watch the rookie. The poise. We talked about it since the preseason.
Yeah, he's been playing such great football.
Russell, last name Wilson.
This one to Sidney Rice. And Pete Carroll says, hey, timeout, timeout, timeout.
Carroll kind of quick for his age.
60 plus, still running well.
And then Golden Tate Inspired by the resurgence of Notre Dame. Look at that move, playmaker.
In the end zone on that defense that we've been talking about is compared to the 84 Bears.
85.
But you don't see a Chicago Bears defense missing 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles.
Give Golden Tate some love. And Sidney Rice. Both those wide receivers played well today.
Caps a 12-play, 97-yard drive. So now with like 20 ticks left deep in their own territory, Jay Cutler's just got to get a miracle or a...
That's a great play.
Oh!
Look at this.
Oh, that's
Brandon
my man,
Marshall.
Beast mode right here.
That's a great play.
Another huge day for him.
10 catches for 165. Richard Sherman just knocked it down. He didn't, had it snagged away. Marshall emotionally spent.
He didn't take his Adderall today, Chris.
Easy. Robbie Gould, good as Gould to tie it for 46. We're in overtime. This is a cruel panel up here tonight, by the way. Extra session. Remember, Seattle gets it first, so if they kick a field goal, Bears will get a possession. Here on 3rd and 2, Wilson keeps it himself.
What that tells you about the quarterback when you give it to him 3rd and 2 on a running play?
Now on 3rd and 4.
His rushing yards added up today, too.
9 carries for 71 yards. This is a 12-yard scamper. But he did it with his arm as well. Threw for almost 300 yards. This one to Doug Baldwin. Now let's keep in mind, if they get a touchdown, it is over.
Done.
Next play, Wilson to Sidney Rice, who gets laid out by Major Wright, but that is a touchdown. They looked at it.
And he paid for it.
He did pay for it, but you know what?
Hopefully he's okay.
He's okay.
He got up,
He
shook
just
it
took a
off.
look now.
He's not going to be as sore as he would have been if this would have been ruled a fumble.
Very true.
So Seattle gets the much-needed road victory to improve to 7-5. And now the Bears and the Packers both 8-4.
Skelton's throw to Fitzgerald. Battled for and knocked away. It looks like Bobby Wagner has the football. And Wagner knocked down inside the 25 of Arizona.
Larry Fitzgerald, he's in position to get the first down. Not a real accurate throw. You saw Thurman got his hand on it. Then K.J. Wright ripped it out. Right here, you'll see K.J. Wright pull at it. It goes down. Thurman hits it with his left hand, bounces right into the breadbasket for Bobby Wagner, who takes it down inside the 14-yard line.
Patrick Peterson is in on offense. The throw goes to Patrick Peterson, who gets up the sideline. Kind of a nifty move. The talented cornerback who has not had a punt return for a touchdown this year, but had 4 last year, so he's got breakaway speed.
And if you've lost 8 games in a row, what do you have to lose? And put him in there at slot receiver.
And Lynch carries. Look at Russell Wilson out there blocking for him. Can you believe this? It's a touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown run. Marshawn Lynch leading the way, his quarterback. Marshawn Lynch with 6 rushes, 50 yards already and a touchdown. His energy, he loves those Skittles, that little colored candy, and during the game he keeps them. See, they got the antacids, the eye care, and that's the secret formula that keeps Marshawn Lynch rolling like the beast he is.
I'll call that last touchdown a sugar rush.
And that beast mode is, he said, it's not just a nickname, it's a lifestyle. Wilson keeps. Wide open is McCoy. Anthony McCoy. All the way inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line after a 67-yard pass play to Anthony McCoy. Marshawn Lynch. Can he get another touchdown? Yes, he can. Skelton from his own end zone, and it's intercepted. There goes Richard Sherman. That is a touchdown.
I think we'll give him a big chance to return this. You'll see a lot of hang time and directional punting.
He fumbles the football, and the Seahawks bat it around, and they have a touchdown. Smith in the end zone. 11 seconds remaining and 2 timeouts. Floater. Zach Miller. Touchdown Seahawks. And the 20th touchdown pass for rookie Russell Wilson. He's gone from a caretaker to taking care of everything on offense.
Watch this move as he's going to go inside, but he ends up bouncing back behind Paris Lennon. Paris Lennon loses him right there, and it's over.
As Lynch carries, and Marshawn Lynch. He might go. He could go. He did go. Beyond Washington and untouched into the end zone. A record-setting run for the littlest Seahawk, standing at 5'8". And the Seahawks are pouring it on.
They really missed Dan Williams, too, right in the middle of that defense. And they have since he hurt his hamstring earlier in the game. David Carter had no chance of making the play in the backfield there on Leon Washington untouched.
Seahawks coming off a 58-0 win, taking their show and passports on the road to Toronto. Bills home game.
Go there.
Russell Wilson.
Let's go, Russell.
He's the rookie we don't talk about.
Name is Russell.
Man, this is my team right here, Seattle.
That's because you like their Oregon Ducks uniform. That's his first rushing touchdown.
Well, I've been with this team all year long. I really like what Russell Wilson is doing right here, guys.
Here's his second rushing touchdown of the year. It's 14-0. Second quarter, he can do it with his arm as well. A little play action to Zach Miller.
Lost this for the
24-7 at that point.
This is ridiculous.
Hey.
Wilson became the 13th quarterback to rush for 3 touchdowns in a single game. They're the third team ever to post back-to-back 50-point games.
He's the first ever to go 3 rushes, 3 passes, right? Ever.
Jim Harbaugh on his 49th birthday trying to clinch the NFC West for a second straight year. Well, here's the guy you're working closely with.
I've been motivating the team.
Michael Irvin, consultant to the Stars.
Right.
Opening Seattle drive, Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, Marshall.
And this is what this guy does. And, I mean, people don't give him enough credit. He doesn't get recognized with the rest of the backs in the league, but man, he shouldered the load until this offense came around.
Yeah, they're serving Skittles at Harbaugh's birthday party, apparently. Carlos Rogers, this is not the top of his resume reel, Dion.
You know the thing about it happens to all corners. I mean, you're going to get beat sometime or another, but tonight they went at him. And that's the quickest way to go at a good corner. The best thing to do is just go right at him. Let him know from the beginning of the game, we are coming at you. If you're the best, we're going to destroy the best, then we're going to go at the rest.
Yeah, that touchdown toss from Wilson to Lynch puts the Seahawks up 14-0, and Carlos Rogers has got some splaining to do. How about this hit? Colin Kaepernick to Vernon Davis gets laid out by Cam Chancellor.
It's usually what you see on the flip side, what 49ers are doing the most offenses, but boy, you can tell. Yep. Seattle wanted to prove that we are as physical as anyone on defense.
Flag for unnecessary roughness. Davis done with concussion.
He
was so woozy he thought Alex Smith was still the quarterback. Second quarter, David Akers has it swatted away by Red Bryant. Biggest play of the game. Richard Sherman, who's having his appeal heard on a 4-game suspension for Adderall use, returns it 90 yards for the touchdown. He should hear about that suspension this week.
He's focused right there perfectly.
Easy. Oh, the big swat by Big Red. Getting through here and swatting it away. And how about the reaction? Pete Carroll, the old college try here.
Yeah. Pete got that HD too.
21-0 Seahawks, a little tip drill here, and it's picked off by Patrick Willis. But the big news here, the Seattle D held the Niners to just a David Akers field goal.
Well, you know, somewhere in this game, the San Francisco 49ers, they're good, and they're going to make a play, and they did just that.
But they didn't get enough points. Next Seattle drive, Russell Wilson being chased by Aldon Smith, who's chasing history, trying to best that Michael Strahan sack mark.
Look at the poise and look at he has the football in a running position. Not you see most quarterbacks holding the ball prepared to throw it.
4 plays later, watch this. Deshaun Goldson picks up Baldwin, then Chris Culver comes in
I don't understand that.
NWA wrestler.
No, because if you drop him and he land on his feet, he can run.
Right.
Well, I think they called it on Culver for the second hit.
Right, exactly.
I'm just telling you, that, you know, it's what it says on the shot sheet.
They got to stop
8 plays later, Wilson to Anthony McCoy. The Seahawks up 28-3. Remember last week it was the Niners that built a 31-3 lead in New England on Sunday night. Here they're getting.
His name is Russell.
That's the only fumble he had all night, right there was the mouthpiece. Still
last name Wilson.
Third quarter, it's 28-6. Kaepernick, and this is ugly, throwing it for one of the Super Bowl heroes a year ago from the Giants, Mario Manningham, and watch what happens. Knees taken out. and loses the ball.
That's no different than the hit when he picked them up.
Well, that's what James Harrison said this week. He said, I'm going to go low if guys are going to, find me for going high.
Praying for you, man.
He was done for the game with a knee injury. Next Seahawks drive, 3rd and goal. Wilson to Doug Baldwin, who played his college ball under Harbaugh.
That's play
got
right
him
there,
down.
That's an incredible play right there.
And the throw was perfect. Look, that's high pointing the ball. Let's get both of them down, man.
And in tough weather, in a hard situation, that's incredible.
Tough weather for the visiting team.
Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks, 7-0 at home this year, 42-13 winners. They have punched their postseason ticket. At worst, they will be a 5 seed. Folks, they could even, if things shake down the right way for them, they could be the 2 seed and get a bye. They also have the NFC West title. The Seahawks, they made a hard push. Would they have their 4th straight game over 40 points? Taking on the St. Louis Rams. The steadily improving St. Louis Rams, by the way. Seahawks down 10-6. Russell Wilson to Golden Tate.
Yeah, what a great year Russell Wilson has had. And this Rams team that you mentioned, boy, they're fighting. They're undefeated in the division.
That's a gain of 31. 2 plays later, it's Wilson. Don't worry about the shoe. We'll get that back in just a minute. To Michael Robinson. 26th passing touchdown for Wilson. That ties Peyton Manning's rookie record. Seahawks take a 13-10 lead. 4th quarter, tied at 13. It's Wilson.
Last name Wilson.
Look at him keep this play alive and finding Golden Tate.
Big play.
Somebody got to tackle him.
Tate's been balling too, man.
For 44 yards. And then Wilson, something he's done really well the last few weeks, run it and take it himself.
When in doubt,
Just like that.
run. Do what you
Seahawks are going to be
do.
the 5 seed. They'll take on the winner of the NFC East.
How about them Seahawks, Michael Irvin?
Surely.
Oh,
Russell
my
Wilson,
Seahawks.
the 5th seeded Seahawks coming in against RG3. 7 consecutive wins since starting 3-6. Only the 5th team ever to start 3-6 in the Super Bowl, ever to make the playoffs, and they came out on fire as he sort of limps around the edge there.
Kyle Shanahan did a great job in the first 2 drives, moving the football, spreading it around. And RG3 looked like he was going to be a huge factor in this game.
From the pocket, looks for Pierre Garçon. Wide open 30-yard gain. Yards after the catch down to the Seahawks 21. Next play, 6th play of this drive. It's time for the Butler. Flip it out to Alfred Morris, 2nd leading rusher in the league this year. Hardly touched until he gets down to the 5, 18-yard gain. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal, 9th play of the drive.
Early. He was housing the Seahawks early.
RG3 to Evan Royster, end zone touchdown, 9 plays, 80 yards, 5:03 off the clock.
It almost seems like this was too easy at this point of the game. A wonderful drive by the
Seahawks
Redskins.
go 3 and out. RG3 again, keeping the ball plus side of the field, nearing the red zone there. 8-yard gain, ball comes loose. RG3 was ruled down. Good call right there, down to the Seahawks 24. 4 plays later, inside.
You could tell it wasn't healthy.
Inside the 10 again. 1st and 10. He goes around the end.
This would usually be a touchdown by the old
flips it into the end zone. It's incomplete, but even without getting touched, he got hurt on this play, gingerly gets up. He's got that knee brace on his right knee, takes his helmet off, limps back to the huddle, but then you think, okay, he's not himself all game long. Kirk Cousins maybe has to come in the game when RG3 hits his back leg and finds a wide open Logan Paulson in the end zone.
Just perfect timing, and that's what makes it so incredible to see a young guy sit back, drop, hit that last step, find that perfect place to throw the ball.
A one-legged throw, tack on 15 more yards, and a chat with Mike Shanahan, and then he goes into some little room to get checked out.
You know what room that is.
Well, there's Dr. James Andrews.
That's the feel-good room.
Who told USA Today that he basically said his heart was in his throat with how quickly RG3 has come back and now down 2 scores on 3rd and long. Russell Wilson throws it out to Zach Miller, who picks it off his shoe tops and gets a crucial first down.
Key player of the game. That kept the momentum going for Seattle. If they go 3 and out there, man, the Redskins take advantage of it.
They'd have to get the ball back. 2nd quarter, now Russell Wilson keeps it instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch, and he gets a gain of 19 yards. 3 plays later, as RG3's out from his little room visit.
Still trying to get going over there, RG3.
Russell Wilson, a Sidney Rice.
Rich, I talked to these receivers about making plays this morning, and Sidney Rice right here. First glance, it looked like he was out of bounds, but what a wonderful play that was.
You said that this morning.
I talked to him shit twice.
Big gain right there.
Crazy.
Led only to a field goal, and the ball bounced right in the next possession for the Seahawks as as Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch, the exchange is loose. Ball bounces right to Lynch. Now they're inside the red zone. Flip it out to Michael Robinson. How many fullbacks have scored this weekend? John Kuhn had a couple scores.
You guys, the playoffs is all about unsung heroes, X factors, guys you don't normally think is going to have big games. They have big games.
14-10 now. RG3 up top, but here comes Earl Thomas from the other side of the field.
Great play. He played a great center field. Came over and made a huge play. You can see this personal battle going on all game between the receiver and the cornerback.
Led to a Stephen Hauschka field goal, 13 unanswered after the Redskins start with 14 unanswered to start the game. It's now 14-13. First possession of the second half. Beast mode in full effect right here. Big game. Marshawn Lynch, 26 yards. Down to the Redskins, 44. 4 plays later, it's on the 32. Russell Wilson to Golden Tate.
Name is Russell.
I really like the way those young guys, those guys made plays today. Sidney Rice, Golden Tate.
Inside the red zone now, it's Marshawn Lynch up the gut inside the 5 for 15 yards down to the Redskins 2. 2 plays later, it's the Redskins 1, and Marshawn Lynch has his bell rung by London Fletcher. Ball is loose. Jarvis Jenkins recovers.
Wonderful job by Washington.
And the Seahawks cough it up on the 1.
This is a running back's nightmare to have a defender square you up and put his helmet directly on the football. The ball has to go somewhere. Unfortunately, it bounced out.
Only 2 lost fumbles for Lynch all season, a crucial one right there, so it's still a 1-point game. RG3 picks up the first down, which was getting few and far between for the offense after they scored their second touchdown of the game. Santana Moss moved the chains. 3rd and 11 a few plays later, and he couldn't really follow through seemingly on that leg.
Just can't be. It's not totally himself, but he's trying to go for his teammates and for that city. He knows what he means to that football organization.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
His last name Wilson.
It's not just a run. That's a very smart run right there, Rich. Made everything he could get out of that without taking a big hit.
28 yards to the 30. 2 plays later to Doug Baldwin. Oh, he had a step a la A.J. Green in Houston yesterday, but they could not convert. Seahawks end up punting on that drive. They're outplaying the Redskins in quarters 2 and 3, but still 1 point down. Don't get points for outplaying people. RG3 limping his way almost to a first down here around the end. 9 yards.
Now, a healthy RG3, that would have been 39 yards.
4 plays later, 3rd and 7. RG3. Oh, Leonard Hankerson can't corral it, and the Redskins are forced to punt.
That play.
Ensuing Seahawks possession. Second play of the drive. Russell Wilson hands it off to Lynch, who makes some moves. 18-yard gain to the Seahawks 46. 3 plays later, 5th play of the drive. 3rd and 10. Can they move the chains? You betcha. Zach Miller beating the blitz.
Great play right here. I felt like the Redskins were very aggressive. Any kind of screen pass would have gotten him. They ran a nice wide delay right there.
3 plays later, another 3rd down. Marshawn Lynch converts the first down, and look who helps convert the touchdown.
Russell. Last name Wilson.
Blocking his running back into the end zone. The Seahawks take a 19-14 lead on the beast mode score.
That's just attitude right there. When your quarterback is leading your running back down the field and helps to get him into the end zone, oh, man, right there, that's a Pete Carroll coach football team.
And then number 3 has to go for 2. Believe it or not, for the first time all season, first 2-point conversion of the season, up 5.
And just perfectly puts it on that back shoulder for the big body to cover it up. The defensive back can never get through that big body to get to that football.
Big game for Zach Miller, as it's now a 1-score game full. 7 points. RG3, play fake, coming around the end. 1st and 10, and he is taken down by fellow rookie Bruce Irvin, the first overall pick of the Seahawks draft, with a 12-yard loss. Next play, fumbled snap, and there goes RG3 down in a heap. His right leg finally gives way. Hearts in throats, not only throughout FedEx Field, but on both sidelines and in couches and living rooms and bars everywhere across the United States.
Rich, courageous effort on one leg. He had been doing a great job, but we all knew it. Playing on the bad leg, it was it's just a matter of time before something like this happens. Let's just hope that it's not anything catastrophic.
And it's a James Andrews in the lid coming out there as it's time for Shanahan to turn to Kirk Cousins for short now with 6:19 to go. But the fumble gives Russell Wilson and the Seahawks the ball inside the 5 as RG3 gamely walks off on his own power and then goes back into that little room there in FedEx Field. And then the 3 plays later, Russell Wilson incomplete to Golden Tate. So Stephen Hauschka, who was kicking essentially on one leg today, he kicked a field goal to make it a 2-score game. And against this rampaging Seahawks defense, Kirk Cousins really didn't have much in him except a couple of plays as he moved the chains to Leonard Hankerson.
Nice play right there to Leonard Hankerson for a first down.
But the Redskins having a go for it 4 plays later on 4th and long, and that's just basically chum in the water for the Seahawks.
You know, right here on this play, Rich, you look at it, great blitz. They had the right protection call, and Kirk Cousins was taking his time because he felt like they should have it blocked up. Evan Royce, their young guy, missed the block, and there you have it.
So Russell Wilson, the 75th overall pick in this draft this year, flips it out to Zach Miller to essentially wrap it up with 3 minutes to go. And the Seattle Seahawks and their rookie quarterback from the 3rd round are the ones who take down the 2nd overall pick and the sensational Robert Griffin III in the best Redskins season in recent memory. Their first division title since 1999 results in a one-and-done ball game against the Seattle Seahawks, who now, with their first divisional road win since 1983, they are the ones who move on to the Georgia Dome to take on the top-seeded Atlanta Falcons, who I will go out on a limb and say have their work cut out for them. Kickoff divisional Sunday after a divisional Saturday left our jaws on the ground. That is Russell Wilson with one more career playoff victory coming into the game than that guy, Matt Ryan. First quarter, Ryan double faking 3rd and 3 to Roddy White. Touchdown, no. Richard Sherman knocks it away.
Nice play by Richard Sherman. That ball was thrown late. It would have been his birthday had it been thrown on time, but great play by the young corner.
Richard Sherman gets the Falcons to settle for a field goal, but the Falcons defense came hard at Russell Wilson early on, got the ball back to the Falcons offense, who turned it over. Matt Ryan is picked off by Bobby Wagner, who steps in front of Tony Gonzalez, who is looking for his first career playoff victory in this game.
These are the plays that would rattle Matt Ryan, and you wouldn't see him recover. But as you watch this highlight, you're going to see Matt Ryan recover from this interception.
First turnover of the game belongs to the Seattle defense. What would Seattle's offense do with it? Marshawn Lynch, who's having trouble holding on to the ball in these playoffs, puts the ball on the ground. Sean Weatherspoon knocks it loose. Justin Babineau recovers.
D-block. That's one thing about Atlanta Falcons. Those young linebackers will get to the ball.
Pete Carroll gives his beast mode an attaboy. What would Ryan do with that mistake? He'd move the ball down the field. A huge 3rd and 14 conversion from Ryan to White. Put it in the only spot where White could get it. He corrals it. Next play, Ryan to the other tight end. It looked like Tony Gonzalez, but that was Chase Kaufman. A nice toe tap
They're
there,
talking about finding the football, locating the football. And look at that toe tap. What a grab. Yeah, maintaining the ball all the way to the ground.
So that looked like Tony Gonzalez. Here, however, is the real McCoy. Play fake, Ryan rolling to his left. There's Tony Gonzalez with a toe tap that we're used to seeing. Touchdown, Falcons up by 2 scores.
That's how you build a team. Coach Rich, you got a guy like Tony Gonzalez teaching the young guys just how to play football. Doesn't that look like they look like twins right there doing it? That's how you build a team.
Gonzalez's first playoff touchdown catch since 2006.
Congratulations, buddy.
Marshawn Lynch couldn't get more points on the board. Neither could that offense as the Falcons get the ball back right before the end of the first quarter. And that looked like beast mode. But it was actually Jacquizz Rodgers trucking Earl Thomas.
Looked like a young Michael Turner.
When you say run over a man, this is run over a man. That's just right there. That's setting the tone. You set the tone for your team on what kind of game this is going to be.
Even knocked his own equipment loose underneath the jersey.
Leading with the helmet.
45-yard gain there. Same drive in the second quarter. Ryan throwing deep to Julio Jones, but there's Richard Sherman again to knock it away.
That's just a wonderful play by Sherman right there to run with Julio and then make that play at the last second. What a beautiful job.
13-0 as the Falcons settle for a field goal, and the Seahawks need to get on the board here on 3rd and short. It's Robert Turbin who's stuffed as Lynch
I didn't understand
is not on the field there. Pete Carroll was trying to call a timeout, maybe to get Lynch back on the field. Lynch does come back on the field in 4th one, but they give it to the up man, who is hit by William Moore, who came in free, and Michael Robinson, and the Seahawks don't get the first down and get no points out of the trip to the red zone. Michael Turner, this was the Michael Turner we've been waiting to see all year long.
About the beast, but here is the burner. Michael Turner showed up. Listen, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about they need a run game. Michael Turner provided him a spark today.
33-yard gain, and then 2 plays later, Ryan to Roddy White, who beats Richard Sherman here and lets him know about it directly.
Nice change of direction. You watch this change right there. That means he threw him to a spot to come open, because if they had kept on that same line, Sherman would have had a chance to make a play.
A personal battle all game long. It was a building that lived up to the expectation.
Sherman golf clapped him. But I'll tell you what, it's a boat race here, people. 20-0. Seattle getting the ball first in the second half, so they could get a score before the end of the first half. They get the ball back in the beginning of the second half. They might have something going. It's John Abraham, who was questionable coming in, was knocked out of the game, and with no timeouts left on 3rd and goal, Russell Wilson is sacked. And as you can see, time's ticking down. You can't spike the ball.
Horrendous clock
You can't get the field goal unit out there. So you got to maybe try to get it in the end zone, and the snap comes too late. Seattle with 2 trips to the red zone in the first half. No points to show for it. And that would come back to haunt them. Teams leading by 20 or more points are 56-1 in the NFL playoff history. The only one that lost was the Houston Oilers. We saw the Frank Reich 30-year celebration of that just recently. So now here is the first possession of the second half.
Man, he came out tossing that football. Russell
Can't stand this defensive call. You have the safety going over top and going down low with a corner, and the corner going over top, replacing safety. Do what you do.
That was a touchdown, a Golden Tate, 20-7, but the natural comes right back with a nice drive down the field. That is Julio Jones' 21-yard drive. 3 plays later, 21-yard gain. 3 plays later, 3rd and 9, Ryan to Jason Snelling.
Oh, what a play by
Got a Jason Snelling block to Tony Gonzalez right there.
That was a snatch between heaven and earth. It's mine, Tony Gonzalez.
2 plays later, it's a shovel pass to Jason Snelling, and that is a touchdown. What a response there.
Well-designed play. Right now, the momentum, right before this drive, the momentum went to Seattle, and Matt Ryan in this offense for the Atlanta Falcons took it right back.
4th quarter we go. It's still a 20-point deficit for Seattle, but they marched down the field to go 2nd and goal. Russell Wilson play fakes to Marshawn Lynch. Everybody bites on that, and it's first name
Russell.
Second
Wilson.
Touchdown. 27-14. It is now a 13-point game. Next Falcons drive. 2nd and 11. Ryan to White up top. Earl Thomas picks it off, sort of the same way that he picked off RG3 last week.
You know, you look at Marcus Trufant, did a great job. Walling Roddy White, making him run up his back, and Earl Thomas picked it off.
That's a turnover the Seahawks needed, and Russell Wilson finds Sidney Rice to 24 yards plus side of the field 2 plays later.
You see the velocity on that throw.
From the Falcons 33, Russell Wilson pressured, flips it out to Robert Turbin, who makes some plays, breaks a tackle, 30-yard gain down to the 3. Next play, 1st and goal from the 3. It's the quarterback. First name, Russell. Last name, Wilson. Flips it to a wide-open Zach Miller in the end zone, and holy smokes, it's a 6-point game. Must point out it is the 6 points they left on the field in the first half right there. Nonetheless, it is a ball game with 9 minutes to go. What can the Matchel do here? He goes 3 and out for the first time all day. Seattle gets the ball back, down 6 with 8 minutes to go. What would they do with this golden opportunity? Wilson gets it to midfield, play faking. Throws deep to Sidney Rice.
Great play by Thomas Dakley right here. Man, you want to talk about clutch prime? That is a huge play.
2 plays later from the same spot, 3rd and 10. Wilson looks for Rice. finds him open. Sidney Rice drops it, but it didn't matter anyway because there was a chop block called back in the pocket.
That's a good call.
And the Seahawks have to punt, and they punt it in the end zone. The Falcons get the ball back from their own 20 moving forward. Roddy White can't grab it on 3rd and 8. The Seahawks defense stands strong again, giving the ball back to their rookie quarterback for one last shot. 2-minute warning hits. After the 2-minute warning, they're right back at midfield. Russell Wilson, with time, steps up. That's Golden Tate, everybody. 19-yard gain down to the 32. Time is ticking down. Seattle with all 3 timeouts remaining. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5 from the 27. Wilson pressured by Sean Witherspoon.
Look right there.
Gets away.
Can't get him.
Dumps it off to Marshawn Lynch, who's going upfield. He's going downfield. He leaps for the end zone, but he's pushed out of bounds to the 3. It is 34 seconds to go. Russell Wilson with all timeouts to go on 1st and goal. Hands it off to Marshawn Lynch. Gets in the end zone. Ball in the air. Offensive lineman picks it up and in. If there was ruled a fumble, it would have to come out to the spot of the fumble because whoever recovers a fumble must be the fumbler in the last 2 minutes of a game. However, it's ruled a touchdown. I gave you all that just to set the stage for it being a 1-point lead for Seattle. Can Atlanta really blow this at home? Well, this is a big play from the natural to Harry Douglas. With 18 seconds to go and 2 timeouts left there at midfield. Matt Bryant warming up the leg. He'd warm up on the field later, too. 19 seconds to go, right from midfield. The natural to Tony Gonzalez. Well within Matt Bryant's range. 13 seconds to go. They call timeout.
Sitting that 88 guy right there makes that play.
And they bring Bryant out for the win. 49 yards away. There's a timeout called. Bryant swings his leg anyway, and it's wide right. Pete Carroll saying, what was that all about?
Mad that he was.
Why would he say what was that? And he is the one who called a timeout.
The second time. Would it be the charm? Bryant got it. 8 seconds to go. Atlanta gets the lead 30-28. Don't take your pack off yet, Pete. There's still a kickoff to go. Of course, you're going to kick it deep. Why not kick it out of the end zone and get a touchback? They squib it, but right to the special teams of the Seattle Seahawks. With 2 timeouts left, maybe Ryan Longwell, who didn't kick for anybody this season, was brought in just this week because Stephen Hauschka was on IR. Maybe he could kick the game winner, but for some reason, Russell Wilson dumps it off once and is forced to go to the end zone on a Hail Mary. And who brings it down? Julio. And that finally wraps this exciting, exhilarating, too close for comfort for Atlanta.
Unbelievable.
Divisional playoff win for Mike Smith, his first. Tony Gonzalez, his first. Tears in his eyes as they advance to the NFC Championship game at home next week against the San Francisco 49ers as the Seahawks' fabulous 2012 season, the rookie campaign of Russell Wilson, a dream come true for Seahawks fans, comes up just short, even though they had the lead for 15 fleeting seconds in the Georgia Dome in the 4th quarter today.